Every year on social media or in magazines, you read the same thing. Beach ready. Get your beach body. Get your bikini body ready in 30 days. But also every year I ask the same question. Ready for what? Because I live in Italy, I've noticed that on the Italian beaches, it's completely different. Today, I want to share with you what looking good on the beach really means, what Italian women seem to understand instinctively, and how changing your mindset might be the most stylish thing you've ever done. And I mean, where did the phrase beach body even come from? Who was it who decided that we should look a certain way on the beaches? I think the summer brings out all sorts of insecurities because obviously suddenly you're showing off your body and things that you've kept covered up for all over the winter. But honestly, who benefits from women feeling they need to change just so they can enjoy themselves? Why do we feel we have to look a certain way just to be able to go on the beach? We don't say to each other, oh, are you garden ready when you go out gardening? Or are you shopping ready when you go out shopping? And I know that's slightly facetious because obviously, you're wearing clothes when you go shopping or gardening and you're covering up. But why should it be wrong to show parts of your body just because, they may not be as toned as people say they should be or society says they should be? Why is it wrong to feel good about yourself just because you've lived life? You've got your stretch marks because you've had children, or you've got varicose veins because you've been standing on your legs too long in your work, or whatever the reason, a menopausal body, stress made you put on weight, or stress has made you lose weight, or the menopause has made you lose your hair a bit, or whatever the reason. Why is that wrong? Why do we judge other people because of it? I know we do. And why do we judge ourselves or allow ourselves to be judged? And I think all of it's really in our heads. If you're looking at somebody on the beach and you think, oh, why is she wearing that? Or, she obviously thinks a lot of herself, or didn't she look in the mirror? The only person that's really going to get hurt from that sort of comment is you, because hopefully she won't hear that. She doesn't care. She's put that bikini on or that coverall on because she feels good in it, or it's the only one she's got, or maybe she's feeling less confident, but she's put herself in that position, so put herself out there. And also the other way around, people are looking at you and thinking, or you're perceiving that they're thinking, she's far too fat to wear a bikini, or she's far too thin to wear that swimsuit, or whatever the reason, why she got a necklace on when she's going to the beach. That's their issue. It's not your issue. It's only hurting them by thinking that, because you'll probably never see them, never speak to them again. So why should their opinion matter to you? The only opinion that really matters is the one that you think, how you feel. And that's the really important thing. You have to feel right in yourself. You have to feel confident. And I know that's very difficult to do when you're stripping off and you're exposing not only your body but yourself to the world. But that's something that you've got to learn to get to know. You've got to get to know yourself inside and out. So, whatever you're wearing and whatever you're doing, you're feeling confident in yourself. So it doesn't matter what other people think. As long as you think you look okay and you feel, not even that, you feel good in what you've got on, nobody else's opinion matters. And the most important thing about being on the beach is enjoying the experience, feeling the sun on your back, feeling the sand and on your toes, in your toes, between your toes, feeling the sea on your body, watching people, enjoying the atmosphere, relaxing, reading a book, maybe having a gin and tonic while you're sitting there on the beach, or a cappuccino while you're preparing to go onto the beach. It's the experiences. You shouldn't be worrying about whether you're Instagram ready or what people are thinking, or Whether you look good in the photo, don't take photos if that's how you feel. Don't let people take photos of you. Just enjoy the time, the experience, the moment you're there, and think about how it's making you feel. And try and carry that feeling through so you learn how to live with it. Why? And use this moment to, find your style. Buy a lovely cover-up that makes you feel elegant and sophisticated or sporty. Buy a bikini that makes you feel sporty, or even sort of like a 50s glamour model. Wear jewellery, wear makeup, wear something that makes you feel more elevated. Or strip off your makeup and things completely so you're back to your natural self, if that's how you want to be. And just try and carry that feeling through to everything else that you're doing on your holiday. Use that time to start to get to know yourself and to really analyse your reactions to things, your reactions to clothes you're wearing, your reactions to how you feel in those things, your reactions to what's going on around you, the conversations you have, the relationships that you might make, and use that to sort of analyse how you're going to go on in the future. One thing that I've noticed, in fact this morning, sitting on the beachside cafe watching people come and go, is all the different body shapes that come. Some are completely covered up, some aren't. Some look very elegant, some look as if they've just put the bikini on and don't really care. But most Italian women do actually wear bikinis rather than full bathing suits. They're not ashamed or afraid of showing off their bodies, whatever shape, whatever condition they're in, because they feel very comfortable in their own skin. And, some of them are coming in. I was watching a lady today and she had this beautiful kaftan and loads and loads of gold bangles, great big sunglasses, and she looked amazing. But equally, as I say, there are others who just come in a pair of shorts and their bikini, or even tracksuit bottoms, and then they'll strip off by the beach and they'll sit and talk to everybody, and they'll walk down to the waterside. They don't put a cover over the top. They're very aware of themselves and aware of their bodies, but they don't care what people think, and that's the majority of Italian women. I mean, obviously there are people who do, because they're very comfortable in who they are. And they're not performing for anybody, they're just being themselves. They know who they are, they know how they want to dress. And it doesn't matter whether they've got a tan or whether, there's quite a few Italians these days, are as white as English or American skins. They still show up, and they show up for themselves. I think that is the key. And I think being beach ready is not a matter of dieting. It's a matter of feeling confident in yourself when you arrive and just prepared to enjoy the moment, be in the moment, soak up the atmosphere and just learn from it, absorb it and enjoy it. It's your precious summer holiday. It's something that you've been working for probably for the rest of the year, and something that you've been planning for and maybe buying new clothes for. But it's something that should be enjoyed, not worried about. Don't worry about the end result of photos and things like that. You want to create your memories, and you don't want those memories to be tinged with, oh golly, I wish I'd lost weight, or look at my flabby tummy, or oh golly, my arms look terrible, or my chin looks awful, or whatever it is that you're worrying about. That's not what holidays are about. It's about refreshing, rejuvenating, gaining experiences and memories, and those should be happy memories. It shouldn't be making you feel smaller or less perfect or less of anything. It's simply inviting you to be you. If you've ever wondered what Italian style can teach you about confidence, about elegance, and about being you, then please subscribe to my channel, and every Saturday I will be bringing you another video. And I would just like to end with saying that the outfit is usually not the problem. It's the story that we tell ourselves about it that is.